HBO 27 was pretty. I mean, not 27. HBO Face Off, Cotto versus Canelo was pretty dry. You know, I mean, it's what I expected. Canelo's not the type of fighter to talk shit. Cotto's not the type of fighter to talk shit. Freddie Roach was talking about he's betting 2 houses on Canelo, and then they went back and forth talking about who's faster. Let's look. Okay, let's talk about this. In my opinion, Canelo has more power. Cotto has more technique. Cotto has more foot movement, but I'm thinking that in this case, I don't know how Miguel Cotto's face is going to hold up against a younger, harder punching Canelo Alvarez. Is that a crime? Is that a crime? I understand that sometimes I may talk about Cotto, you know, other things outside of boxing, just to, you know, let people know like what type of person he is outside of the ring. But when it comes to in the ring, I see him doing a lot of moving. We're 7 days away, ladies and gentlemen. I'm T Street Controversy. This is T Street Controversy Live. Miguel Cotto versus Saul Canelo Alvarez, November the 21st, 2015, is not doing very well with ticket sales. Well, okay, put it this way. They sold a lot of tickets. They're going to be sold out fight night, but they've been selling out a lot slower because the ticket prices have just been too high. They're talking about doing 1.5 million pay-per-view buys. I don't see it doing that many. I see it doing around 1.1 to maybe 1.4. And that would be a lot. I don't hear a lot of people talking about this fight. I understand the Hispanic community, you know, the Puerto Ricans and the Mexicans. I understand that they're going to be buying the fight, but you're going to be a lot of you are going to be watching the fight together. Pay-per-view buys, you know, like 10 to 15 people watching on one TV. That's one pay-per-view buy. And then with the way streaming is going these days, I just don't know. I just don't know. Now, I'm buying the fight, unfortunately, because then it'll be the 3rd fight I've brought in the last 3 months. But at the same time, it's a part of the job. Miguel Cotto is good. If Miguel Cotto is going to beat Saul Canelo Alvarez, he's got to use all 4 corners of the ring. He's got to do almost as much moving as Erisland, if not more than Erisland Lara did. Because Erisland Lara did a lot of moving. You know, and a lot of people say he won that fight, but he didn't, in my opinion. Saul Canelo Alvarez landed the harder, more effective punches. I'm thinking that Miguel Cotto, if he can do the same moving as an Erisland Lara, but, you know, throw more punches, you know, more combinations, then he has a great chance of winning. But if he gets caught in a corner by Canelo Alvarez in any way, shape, or form, I just don't know. Now, when it comes to the hardest puncher, I've been, you know, I'm kind of torn on when it comes to the harder puncher because, in my opinion, I don't feel Miguel Cotto's power carried up from 147 to 160 and definitely not 154. He had some trouble with his power at 154, or he had some trouble when it came to his big fights at 154. Yeah, he messed up the eye of the already damaged eye of an Antonio Margarito. Yeah, he knocked out a Delvin Rodriguez. Yeah, he knocked out on a disability payment collector Sergio Martinez. But when it comes to, you know, Miguel Cotto's big fights, he has lost. He's lost all his big fights outside of Sergio Martinez. You could say Shane Mosley was a big fight. Okay. But I'm talking about post 154 pound era, post 147 pound era, Miguel Cotto. He can win. He's the better overall boxer. But I don't know how his face is going to hold up. You know, am I wrong for that? Am I wrong for saying that? Let's listen to what Freddie Roach has to say real quick. As a matter of fact, yeah, real quick. Just one little piece and we're going to talk about it. Like, I wish face-offs were more intense like they used to be.
Yeah, and technique.
Hold on. Like, I want face-offs to be...
Yeah. Who's the faster guy? I don't know. We'll see on November 21st. Who's the bigger puncher? We'll see on November 21st. Who has the advantage in speed, Freddie?
Speed's pretty close.
Punching power.
Yeah.
And technique.
Yeah.
Who's the bigger puncher in the fight?
Saul.
Who's the faster fighter?
Saul combina más rápido.
Who do you think has better technique?
Pues verles la cara. ¿Quién recibe más golpes?
And that is true. You know, Miguel Cotto has taken a lot of punches. You can even look at it in sparring. Now, he has been sparring. He did spar Dennis Lebedev once, a cruiserweight. But he's been sparring him. Who has he been sparring? I forgot what his name is. Forgot what his name is. Is it Glenn Tapia? Yeah, anyway. You know, and he's been getting bust up, face smashed in, black eye. And when you're having, you know, like when it's looking like he's either going to war in sparring or just overall having bad sparring sessions. Canelo, we see him just working on power. We see him just, you know, we know that he's come. Listen, Canelo's coming to catch a case. Canelo's not coming to box. Canelo doesn't come to try to outbox you. Well, when he fought Floyd Mayweather, he did that dumb shit, and then he ended up getting schooled. But Canelo Alvarez, man, you know, I understand that I was picking Cotto to pick me to win before, but now, after watching the training camp between both of the fighters, after watching previous Canelo fights, I understand that Cotto, if he put it this way, if Cotto was to knock out Canelo Alvarez, and people saying he is, or if he wins he will, then that'll be the most significant knockout of Miguel Cotto's career. The Sergio Martinez, But anyway, I'm T Street Controversy. This is T Street Controversy Live. I cover every single major fight live. Please subscribe.